Hello everybody, thank you for joining me for another episode of George Reviews. I am the 80s Transformer fan, and today on George Reviews, I'll be taking a look at McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse Superman from the JL 2021 movie, basically the Snyder's Cut. This is Black Suit Superman that we were promised, that we were teased with, and everybody thought was coming in the Justice League movie, then was cut from the movie, but was restored in the Snyder's Cut. Here he is in his packaging, same standard McFarlane Toys packaging for the DC Multiverse line. You can see him clearly, the full toy within the packaging. Looks like he has a flight stand back there and a collector's cart right there. Again, bring the box a little bit closer. This is what you get. Nothing really special going on. An image of Superman from the movie itself and the other figures you can collect in this wave. Oddly enough, there was no Wonder Woman in this wave. Guess they just want you to grab 1984's Wonder Woman. Pick this thing up at GameStop. I normally don't buy stuff at GameStop, but it was like normal price. Let me take that back. I don't buy action figures at GameStop until I accumulated enough reward points from buying video game accessories and stuff like that for myself and my children. Then I can afford their product when I get my reward points. And then I had $5 off on top of this $19.99 figure. So got them for $14.99 with 15 bucks, which was what I wanted to pay. I passed up on this guy a couple times. Could have got them cheaper on Walmart.com. Like 2 weeks after they came out, Walmart.com had them down to like, I think it was like $9.99. And by the time I added them in my cart and I was debating whether or not I was going to buy this wave, they sold out. But anyway, I got them now. And the reason why I was debating, because I thought none of the head sculpts looked like the people. But let's get into that. Let's get him open. Isn't a pristine box, but I don't care about that. Let's see, he's going to get open. Slide him out. This is standard stuff. McFarland, the comic book, little sketches in the background, the collector's card. These things are hard to get off. And as I said, this one, it proves me wrong. Collector card, same image from the back of the box, which is kind of a waste. Why are they producing it? The flight stand, which is cool. Happy we got a flight stand. Nothing further in the box. Get Superman out of here. He has one tie. He looks great. His outfit looks. And make sure the cape is stuck in the back, like you can rip it off just taking it out. Here's Superman out of the pack. I hope he films well against my black backdrop. Stand him right there. Let's take a look at Superman's collector's card again. Same artwork. It's not even a great little card. It's like kind of washed out looking. Superman Justice League. There he is in a black suit with his cape blowing gently in the breeze. Flip it over. Superman Justice League data file source Justice League Director's Cut Film 2021. Real name Clark Kent. Kal-El. It should be reversed because he got Kal-El's name first. Once the world's most powerful iconic hero, Superman personified a higher calling to truth and justice and a deep respect for all humanity. I guess that doesn't count General Zod. The absence of the falling idol whose sacrifice stunned the world inspires the formation of the Justice League. No new information there. Nothing great about this card. I'll put it over here. And then we get this little flight stand. It says DC on it. That's pretty cool. Don't have to get the third-party flight stand. See if I can assemble it in my first try. Bam! There it is. Got the little waist clip right here. And it ratchets open. Bam! There it is. Let's get that back here. Now let's bring Superman closer. Let's take a look at his face. Now, knowing who Henry Cavill is, like I'm aware that it looks like Henry Cavill. You know, but this looks like a 15, 16-year-old Henry Cavill. Like they didn't nail it. As far as how companies nail the look of actors, especially when they could do a deceased actor and nail it, and this one is just all right. This is just all right. It's not horrible, but it is just all right. And with McFarlane sculpts on most of his toys being superior to other companies and always have been. It's like, why didn't they nail Henry Cavill's face? This is Henry Winkler. No, it's not Henry Winkler, but it just looks like him, but it just looks like it's just a younger version. I don't know if it's like the matte tone of his skin that they have on here or whatever. I don't know what it is. Like I don't see like the eyes not nailed right. You just pretty much the hairline to me makes it look like him. And if you remove the hairline, it looks like somebody from a boy band. I don't know. That's another reason why I let it sit in my cart and debated till they were sold out. So let's take a look at even more of the figure. I'm going to talk about the cape. A lot of people love these. This feels like rubber, actually. But they love these plastic capes. But yeah, this feels like rubber. And I believe that's more expensive than plastic. But a lot of people love the plastic capes, but I don't because they're always static. You can't pose them around. Even if a cloth cape doesn't have a wire in it. But people, especially adult collectors, love saying that the capes wear out over time. Dude, you an adult collector. How much playing are you going to do with the damn toy in the first place? But at least it's soft enough where you can get him to like maybe get in a vehicle or sit down on it or something like that. I'm getting a little ahead of myself with articulation, but at least they made this one soft enough. Some of these capes are hard. Then you can see it's molded into like the folded positions, even underneath, which, like I said, you can't really purpose it. And I guess you can get them to fly or whatever, but it's just always going to be stuck the way it is. With a cloth cape, you can kind of get it to move around. Taking a look at the actual cape, if I bring it really close, you can see it actually has some texture to it. It's just not like folded rubber to look like cloth. They actually put a little bit of molding into it. It's not very heavy. It's a little subtle, but it is there. And it doesn't look like it's present on the back. They just left it out underneath. They're like, you don't need to see it. There's some manufacturing copyright stamping right there. He, of course, he's in a black suit deco. The black suit allows him to draw more energy from the sun and heal faster when he's wounded. And I can't believe they cut it out the original cut. But the outfit looks great. The texture looks just like the movie. We have the silver Superman crest, the Hope crest right there going on. The little bit of silver to the belt. You can see the molding and detail throughout his costume, all around. The little are these gauntlets, but like wrist, the forearm molding right there. The legs, the kneecaps are well hidden because they use like a slightly different plastic to fit in that joint. It's kind of like a color difference. Coming down to his boots and his feet looks good. Has the toe hinge articulation. It's pretty well hidden. It's not broken up badly. Turn around to the back. Detail on the back of his suit. Back of his pants. And you can see like they've even made the color like his trunks are like a separate piece. Yeah, he looks good all the way around. So let's break down Superman's articulation. All right, we got Supes looking down this far, looking up this far, which is good. He should look up just a hair bit more. I wish they had a neck articulation in here at the shoulder. So when he's flying, he can look straight forward, but can't really get that. His shoulders are on a strong ratchet. We can get him up this far, a little bit further over here. I don't know if I'm not getting it right on this side, but this side comes up a little bit farther. I don't know what that is. All right, that joint, and it's well tapered to the body. That's an excellent joint. 360 right there. That hinge moves in and out on that ratchet. He has the bicep swivel right here. Full 360 out of that. When you turn it around, you break up the scope. You can see the different texture. Elbow joint, he has a double jointed elbow right there, allowing this much motion right here, which is fantastic. Coming down to his wrist, you can see the ball joint kind of sticking out, which a lot of people don't like. And it sort of rocks on a weird hinge on this ball joint. And we got 360 out of it. Then they chose to use, this is what I don't like. I guess they wanted to match the face and the skin tone. But like, they should have molded it in that plastic and not have painted it over. That might be another reason why it doesn't look as realistic as it could. Or maybe they might have chose that to try to make it look more realistic. But when you paint hands on figures, you know it's going to scrape off when you're trying to fight and combat your other toys. So I've never been a fan of painted hands or painted faces when they can just mold it in that plastic. Now he had the abdomen crunch right here is so much better than the the first release of Superman from McFarlane. It was so broken up. I waited a long time to get this figure. Let me bring it out. And I actually have never opened it. I need to review it. But his ab cut just stands out like it's just sitting on top and just plugged in there. And right here, they got it right. It blends in so much better. Tapers down to the outfit. You can see his 6-pack, 8-pack actually, right there. And let's see what we can do with that. It just rotates around. I'm trying to rock it back. Oh, it rocks back. You can get it to rock back this far. And as far as forward, nothing really forward. Coming down to his waist rocks back and forth, and you can see the costume detail actually molded, extend down into there, which is very, very cool. So you still get detail when you rock them back. Forward, this is pretty much all you get, and some side to side. Coming down to his leg joints, because of this harder crotch piece, this is as far as you can pull his legs out to the side. Wish you had a little bit more out of that into the back, because his butt is like super hard. They should have went with a softer plastic, maybe like this. You really can't get his leg back, like at the waist or upper thigh. So this is pretty much the spread that you get. I believe all these guys have a hip swivel, but this is all I'm getting out of it right here. Try this side. And not getting a whole lot out of it. I might not be pulling it hard enough, but I don't want to break it. But you can get it out that much. Coming down to that knee, we already saw it was double hinge. If we can get it to double hinge, and that is excellent right there. We get the up and away. Does he still say that? I don't know. And now we can get it back a little bit more. Some extra poses, bringing it back forward. Does he have a hidden boot cut? I believe there is no boot cut. If it is frozen on my figure. But I believe there is no boot cut. They probably want the look to stay clean and just left it out. And then you can see the huge balls on his ankles, front, back, and some side to side motion. And he has the toe articulation in case he ever breaks his foot. You can break his foot. So there's that. Let's see if we can get him on a flight stand. Then it's like the flight stand is not very far off the table, ground, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, you basically get Superman an inch off the ground, but for free. I guess that's better than nothing. And then it even has the DC, and it doubles as a figure stand. I just saw that. Just saw the little peg right here. So you can get them like that. And wait, I see the hinges articulate, so you can get them flying in some cool poses. But yeah, we need to get that head up higher. They thought enough to put the stand in there. Wish we could have got the head up a little bit higher. So you can get them doing that. Yeah, it's not the greatest flight stand ever, but as far as being included at the same price, I'll take it. And you see, I think that's all. It does not extend. You can go on back, or you can turn him up the opposite way if you so chose to. At least I think you can. Maybe not. Yeah. Kind of does it. It's kind of molded to fit with him facing backwards, but you can get it the opposite way. Seems like I put a little bit more weight stress for whatever reason on the stand. And it also dubs. I can't get it off. Can't get it off. But it dubs as a figure stand. There's the peg. And there's a hole under his foot. And we're just going to stick it in there. Break your ankle soups. Just stick it in there. And now we got Superman on the flight stand as a standing stand. And I hope they continue to make figures from the movie. Say we got the guys. I hope they give us a hope they give us some variants from the first guys in the first wave. He actually has a variant. He has the red suit variant, like a real easy variant. I think Batman has a gold label variant. I know Darkseid has a gold label variant. But I hope we get Wonder Woman. If not, I'll just have to break down and buy the 1984 movie Wonder Woman that I've passed up 200 times. Hope we get Martian Manhunter in both forms. Hope we get him as the General and as Martian Manhunter. Hope we get Mira from the Snyder's Cut. Maybe even Falco. I wouldn't mind getting Silas. Maybe with a mother box. I would even love to get my hands on an Alfred. I think that'd be cool. And maybe Jim Gordon. I mean, I just hope they flush out this line. I hope they don't just drop these guys and not just try to ride the dwindling success of the digital release of the movie. From what I understand, it was a big hit online. I would have went to go see it at the show. I love the Snyder's Cut. It was like one hell of a movie. It was a totally different movie than that the Whedon cut. The Whedon cut was trash. Everybody, and then like the stuff he cut out was just like he sabotaged that movie. Had to, man. But anyway, let's get Superman over here for the size up and a rundown. Here's our hero next to the McFarlane cut Steppenwolf. Here he is next to the Multiverse Flash, the figure that got me started on this McFarlane line. Here he is next to Mattel's DC Classic Superman, Marvel Legends Thor, Super 7's Lion-O, McFarlane's DC Gold Label variant Armored Darkseid. Okay, before I get this figure my final critique, I'm going to give you, like, I do a wish list. Like, I'll talk about things they shoulda, coulda, woulda did with the figure. We could have got interchangeable hands. Or like that, 2 flight hands, 2 closed hands. It doesn't really grip anything. I would have loved the heat vision effect. That would have been awesome. I would have liked the interchangeable head. That would have been cool. I'm not bummed out we didn't get these things. I'm just saying it. What I wish we had gotten to make the figure a little bit better. And I wish we had got, and I guess we're not going to get that from McFarlane's toy line, cloth capes. So we can do a little bit more with them. I am a cloth cape guy. I know a lot of people don't like it. But anyway, the critique for the figure itself, the head sculpt, like I said, they just didn't nail it. And maybe they're going to make 4 or 5 more down the road where they nail it. But the suit and the body of the figure and articulation is fantastic. The hips could have been a little bit better, but it is pretty darn good. I love that we get to stand with it. Happy to have purchased this figure. Not the greatest Superman I've ever seen, but it is nice. It is very nice. Like I said, the texture of the suit and the articulation and the joints are great. The joints are excellent on this figure. Other than that, the price I paid for it, I really do like it. It's a really cool figure. So if you enjoy the Snyder Cut and you're into DC like I am, you know, it's kind of hard for me to get into McFarlane's version of the line, but I'm in here now, so he's a very cool figure. I'm going to try to pick up the rest of these figures in this wave, the very first wave, hopefully more waves to come. So that's all I got for you. Thank you for watching this episode of George Reviews, the reviews where every toy has a story.